Can you hear me, ma'am? Sridevi, ma'am. Good morning, ma'am. Can you hear me? Good afternoon.
Yes, sir, you're audible.
I'm audible, right? So I just wanted to check
Yes,
the
sir.
PPT. I will share that. Just tell me whether you are able to get the sound of the PPT.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes. Sir, the screen is visible.
1 minute, 1 minute, 1 minute. Can you hear the sound, ma'am?
It's like breaking, sir. It's not very clear.
Are you able to hear the sound or not, ma'am? Can you hear the sound? No, now I have.
Sir, can you play it again?
Okay, participants, I think few participants are there. Can you tell me, even participants? Anu, ma'am?
Now it is perfect, sir. Now it is perfect. The
Oh,
audio is perfect.
okay, okay.
Yes, sir. It is audible.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you. Sridevi, ma'am, I will wait.
Yes, sir. We'll start in 5 minutes.
Yeah, no problem, ma'am.
We're just waiting for the participants to join, sir.
Sridevi? Sridevi, are you able to hear me?
Yes, ma'am, you're audible, ma'am. We'll
Okay.
start in 1 minute, ma'am.
Yeah, we'll start at 2 o'clock. So there is still time. Let the others join.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. A warm good afternoon, everyone. Greetings to everyone from the family of SRM. Hearty welcome to all the students, research scholars, faculty members for the 5-day national level workshop entitled Unfolding Vistas in the Research of Language, Literature and Psychology. Now it's my privilege and honor to welcome our Honorable Head of the Department, Dr. V. Rema, to ignite us with her welcome lunch. Over to you, ma'am.
Thank you, Sri Devi. So good afternoon to the August gathering. On behalf of Department of English and Other Foreign Languages, College of Science and Humanities, SRM Institute of Science and Technology, Ramapuram campus, I extend a very, very warm welcome to everyone gathered here for day 4 of the 5-day national level workshop. The areas on which the workshop has been organized are of prime importance for the teaching fraternity today, with a lot of focus on research. But if research or academics or any domain has to function properly, it's very important that the mindset and the psychology of the person handling the class or the task must be in the right manner. So today we have the guest speaker, the resource person, Dr. Sendil Kumaran, from Assistant Professor from D.G. Vaishnav College, Chennai, to deliberate on the topic of positive psychology and literature. It's very important because literature reflects a lot of psychological attitudes we see that reflected in all aspects of literature, all genres of literature, we see that. So this kind of a topic is going to be, it is going to leverage research also. So those of you who are contemplating, research scholars who are contemplating research, you can possibly take some threads from what Dr. Sendil Kumaran is going to tell us today, and you can build on that to further your research. It's going to be of help to the others also, like the students and the faculty, to see what can be probably focused on from literature, so that we can use or combine positive psychology and literature together, both in our academic process and in our life also. So this is a topic of very great importance. And I feel that the choice of topic made by the organizers and the resource person is definitely going to be worth all that we have been waiting for. So on behalf of our department, I would like to thank Dr. Sendil Kumaran for sparing his time and for consenting to share his very, very valuable knowledge on this particular topic. So hearty welcome, sir, and thank you so much for being a part of us. I would also like to congratulate and appreciate the organizers. The organizers are the entire Department of English and Foreign Languages, and of course the co-conveners, Dr. Sri Devi and Dr. Sumati, who have taken pains to identify the resource persons, collaborate with them, and coordinate with them, and bring them to this forum for the benefit of all the people. So I would like to appreciate them, thank them, and thank you so much for the opportunity given.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Without your support and guidance, it's not practically feasible. Thank you, ma'am. Now, may I call upon Ms. Maithili, Senior Professor of the Department of English, to give a brief introduction of our chief guest of the day.
Sorry for interrupting, Maithili ma'am. I think your mic is mute. Is in mute. Kindly check.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Okay, good afternoon, everyone. Sorry for the inconvenience. And it offers me immense pleasure to introduce the speaker of today's session, Dr. P. Sendal Kumaran. He's an assistant professor at DG Vaishnav College, Arumpakkam, Chennai. And his teaching experience spans over 14 years. He completed his undergraduate studies at St. Joseph's College, Trichy. He completed his master's in English literature from Loyola College, Chennai. And he received his BA degree from the Institute of Advanced Study in Education, Chennai. He was awarded the Best Outgoing Student of the Year, and he did his MPhil at Madurai Kamaraj University. He received his doctoral degree from Periyar University, and his research work focuses on positive psychology. Dr. Sendal Kumaran cleared the National Eligibility Test, NET, in the year 2005. He was one among the 3 toppers in the NPTEL online course on developing soft skills and personality. He has participated in several training programs, webinars, and workshops, conferences, published papers in more than 10 reputed journals that include Scopus, WOS, and UGC Care List. He is an avid reader, and his research interests include Indian writing in English, absurd drama, and positive psychology, ER, and world literature. We are very happy to have you, Amit, sir, and I hand over the session to you. Over to you, sir.
Thanks a lot for your kind introduction, ma'am. I'm Maithili ma'am, and I thank Dr. Sridevi ma'am for giving me this opportunity to share my knowledge on positive psychology to this forum. And I thank the entire management of SRM University and also the Department of English, okay, for giving me this opportunity to speak on the positive psychology. And one important point to be noted is I had been a part of SRM brand, okay, for 10 years, for more than 10 years. Okay, I had been working there for 10 years. So it is homecoming for me. Okay, so it's not new. SRM is not new for me. So SRM is, I was working in Ishwar Engineering College for 10 years. Okay, so with this a kind of note, I would like to start my session. And and to the participants, 1 minute. Yeah. So a very happy and fruitful afternoon to everyone present here. So I hope this session, the next 1 hour, is going to be a kind of fruitful session for everyone here, because I'm not going to speak something alienated from us, or else I'm not going to speak on something rocket science which cannot be inferred by us or understood by us. I'm just going to speak simply about ourselves. Okay, I'm going to speak something about, okay, what we come across every day. Okay, what we see, or what we cross, or what we manage, what we do to survive in our everyday life. Okay, so that is what is going to be my presentation. And in the middle, I have some three in the due course of presentation. Okay, have 3 questions to ask. So when I ask, kindly respond. Okay, so that we can have a kind of interactive session. Okay, so let me go to the session. Let me share my PPT. Is my PPT visible? Can you see my PPT?
Yes, sir.
Okay, fine. So today my topic is the positive psychology and literature. So I'm going to speak generally, I'm going to introduce first about the positive psychology, and then I will tell you how you can relate positive psychology, or how you substitute or use positive psychology to study literature, okay, or to appreciate literature in a better way. Okay, So I'm just going to share my journey towards positive psychology. What made me to take the positive psychology as an area of my research? It all started with my MPhil research. Okay, when I did my research on absurd drama. Okay, so absurd drama. It was in the year 2006. Everyone, like, when we once we hear about the absurd drama, okay, the common thing that comes to our minds are, what do we think about once you get the absurd drama, once you hear the word absurd drama, what is predominantly come to our mind? Can you tell me what is absurd drama, what is discussed in absurd drama?
Life is meaningless.
Life.
Life is meaningless.
Okay, life is
Absurd.
meaningless. That's very good. Very good. Life is meaningless. Then can you tell me some themes that are discussed, or if you want to
The
do
simple
some
plots, ordinary plots, without
ordinary.
a heavy story, heavy turning points.
Okay, so very good. Maybe the plot will be very simple with less
Simple,
character.
yes.
With less character, that is what I think you are trying to mean. Okay, there is no complex.
There won't be any coherence of ideas, and there won't be any coherence in the dialogues that the characters utter.
Okay, the lack of coherence. Exactly.
Yeah, one more thing I would like to add, sir.
Yes,
It is just the repetition of the things. Our life is nothing but from the morning till evening, the same thing we'll do, maybe in a different way, but it is a kind of monotony that is more integrated in absurd drama. Thank you, sir.
wonderful answers. Wonderful answers. Really, I'm happy that I am able to get such answers from the participants, because so in so many FDPs or workshop, I find that participants are passive, but I'm happy that I have got that is active participants. Yes, very good. So one said that it is about the meaninglessness of the life, or the repetitive plot or the action that happens on the stage. Okay, that is what we are up to witness. Okay, and someone said, like, the plot will be very simple. There will be a few characters. Okay, there will be few characters, no extraordinary like a setting or something. The settings will be very simple. Okay, the settings will be very simple. Very good answers. This is what the absurd drama is. Okay, to sum up, okay, I can tell that, okay, if I want to research on absurd drama, okay, what kind of themes I can take? Can you tell me? If I want to do a research on absurd drama, what kind of themes I can take?
Postmodernism, how postmodernism is treated in literature.
Okay, postmodernism is,
Existentialism.
Existential crisis.
okay, existentialism, and then identity crisis. Wonderful answers. Yes.
Sir, deconstruction will also come.
Okay, deconstruction. Yes. Yes. Then any other idea?
Nihilism.
What? Nihilism. Okay. Nihilism. That is, life is without any meaning. Exactly. Any other theme that you can think of?
Illogicality in our life. There
Okay,
is no logic.
illogicality, or else meaninglessness. Meaninglessness, I can call it as a meaningless existence of life. Okay, very good. Fine. So this is what the ideal themes, or else once we think about absurd drama, these are the things that comes to our mind naturally. Okay, and that is what came to my mind in 2006, and my topic was hopeless destiny of human race in the works of select works of Samuel Beckett. Okay, and when I started with Samuel Beckett, okay, it was like it was a hard nut to crack, because I could not understand anything. As someone said, okay, there won't be any coherence in the play. Okay, in the drama, there won't be any, like that there won't be any progression of the plot. Okay, because if you want to research something, you need to understand. For understanding, what is the chief element of writing, we need the cohesion and coherence. But this cohesion and coherence, okay, is very hard to find in the absurd drama. Okay, I think you people will agree with me. Okay, it is a very hard thing to connect ourselves to the what is happening there. So I took actually 4 dramas of Samuel Beckett, that is Waiting for Godot, Endgame, and then I took Crab's Last Tape, and then Happy Days. Have you gone through, has anyone has got any chance of going through these drama? Has anyone studied this drama? I think this Waiting for Godot is so very common in our syllabus. Yes?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Any other play? Any other play? Any other play? Endgame, Endgame, or Crab's Lost Tape, or Happy Days? Anyone has got a chance of reading these dramas? Okay, good. I tell you, so in Waiting for Godot, you people know that, okay, character, the last Vladimir and Estragon will be waiting for someone to come. Okay, this is how the play ends. Okay, and in the end game, there are 4, you can see 4 characters. Okay, that is Clow, Ham, and then Nag and Nell. So Nag and Nell, you can find 2 characters in the bin. Okay, they are in the bin actually. So these 2 characters are the parents of the protagonist. Okay, so they spend their entire lifetime in the, that is entire lifetime in the sense I said that throughout the play. Okay, they will be in the bin only. Okay, they rarely talk. Okay, and then only person who can move. See, in the first play, all the characters can move. Okay, in the second play Endgame, again he maintained 4 characters, but only 1 character can move, that is Ham. Okay, that is a close assistant. And coming to the third play, Crab's Last Tape, only 1 person is presented, that is Crab, but along with the tape. Tape also forms a character in the play because he has recorded whatever has happened in his life. Okay, has happened in his life in the tape, and he spends a whole day and night listening to his past experiences or past situations that has happened in his life. And when you come to the 4th drama, Happy Day, you can see 2 characters are presented on the stage and 2 characters are off buried. You can very well see in the picture. They are off buried, they cannot touch each other, and they are left with nothing other than, so the women character is the female character is Winnie and the male character is Willie. Okay, here Willie cannot speak. He is here in the picture, it is given like he is awake, but mostly he will be sleeping. Okay, sleeping in the sense he is tired. Okay, he is unproductive. Okay, and only person who keeps on talking will be the character Winnie, and she is left with only 1 purse. Okay, which has got a lens, you can see in the picture, which has got a lens. Okay, which has got a gun, and then few more things like toothpaste will be there, and then brush will be there. Only these things are left with Winnie to survive. Okay, so when I read through the but then I need to tell you this, when I read the first drama, it was very hard for me to understand the plot and get the coherence of the events. But then when I proceed, okay, I found that when I came to the Happy Days, you don't believe, I was able to enjoy, okay, every dialogue that is given there. Or else, see, most of the action is conveyed in the bracket. That means it is not spoken by Winnie, but it is conveyed by the author. Okay, it will be the direct conversation will be very, very less. But I was able to connect with the emotion of the Winnie, because she says that I'm happy that I'm existing, I'm surviving. Okay, I'm able to survive. Happy that I'm left with these many things at least. I have a gun, I have a lens, I have a toothbrush, I have a toothpaste. Okay, that too, the old one. Okay, I have a small purse with me with old coins. Okay, one umbrella. See, even though we amass so many things, we we just lament over what we don't have. But really, I was able to connect myself with Winnie, that she was able to cherish what she has got. Okay, she's off buried, but she's not worried. Okay, she says she thanks God that at least she is left with few things. Okay, so before proceeding further, let me tell you what are the things that have shaped the absurd drama. Okay, so you people know that it is the product of the 20th century. Okay, like absurd drama was written, and especially Samuel Beckett was writing this in the 20th century. And what are the important events that took place in the 20th century? That is more important. Okay, because in order to understand the milieu, okay, we need to understand what happened at the time, why such kind of write-ups were produced. Okay, why it is not like Elizabethan age where the stage was decorated okay, very well, and people, okay, king and so many characters are presented on the stage. Why this ordinary people are presented, and even without not having more settings? Okay, we need to understand that. So see, it was the time where people witnessed the World War I and II. Okay, you know how pathetic it was. And the Great Depression happened in the year 1930, and the impact of Origin of Species was there. Okay, which was written by Charles Darwin. Okay, he wrote in the 19th century, but then, okay, people started reading, and they started to question, because till since from our existence, one thing that holds us like strong will be our faith towards the God. But because of the product of Charles Darwin, that itself is questioned. And again, as we have now, coronavirus pandemic was there, influenza virus in 1918, okay, which has resulted in the 100 million population has become casualty towards this particular pandemic. Okay, it was greater than COVID actually. And industrial revolution was also at its peak. Okay, so what happened because of this world wars? I need to tell you one thing, that after World War, see, why I put industrial revolution here. Okay, you may ask yourself, other things may be connected with 20th century. Why did you put the industrial revolution? See, industrial revolution started in the 18th century, but then in the 20th century, what happened? See, when they started the industries, they believed that, see, always any research will be funded by the industries and organizations, right? So, they wanted to extract more work from the laborers, and they wanted to produce more things. So, what they did, they made they found a philosopher called Taylor. Okay, he's a management philosopher. Okay, so he said, okay, they asked him to study the human mind so that their production can be improved. So he said, see, man is working for money. That is very simple. So if you give money, he will work. Okay, so the industries also took that suggestion, and then they said, like, okay, we are going to give you money. Okay, and he also said, like, see, don't waste the human energy. If you keep, like, even that tea, if you go and take outside, people will speak and they will spend some time there. So in order to get more productivity, what you do, you just avoid human meeting, okay, where they can waste time. Okay, so these organizations took his advice, okay, on the paper. So like that, they took it very seriously, and then they implemented it. So it was very successful till the World War. Okay, till 1918. Okay, when the World War ended. Okay, till then it was perfectly fine. The industrial revolution, that is, the industries were amassing wealth like anything. But then after 1918, there was a dip in their production. Okay, and again, people started to think, and they started to fund again, okay, to find what happened with the people. Because yesterday I gave money and he worked for more time, but today I'm ready to give even more money. But he says that after, see, my working hour is 8 hours, so I'm not going to work even half an hour more. Okay, even if you're going to pay me a few thousands or whatever, it's more. Sudden change has happened in the mind of the people. So they funded again for the research, and then they studied, and they found out that Because after the First World War, people started to move inside. That means before World War, everything was stable. Okay, their friends were there, their relatives were there, their family was there. They were enjoying enjoying their life. Okay, so they wanted more money, but now in the First World War, they lost their friends, they lost their family members. Okay, even the neighbors whom they met yesterday, today he is not there. Okay, so they started to value human more than the money. Okay, what is presently is taking place also. Presently, you can witness this. Okay, but people wanted to spend more time with the family members. Presently, this kind of humanistic approach is turning up today. So, what happened in the 20th century due to the World War and then Great Depression and then origin of species? So everything, whatever the man external force that was putting him intact, that was holding him intact, okay, everything has got loosened. Okay, he is not, those things were not able to hold him further. So he lost faith in politics, economics, and religion. Okay, not completely religion. Okay, but he started questioning, okay, whether what Darwin says, is it true? Okay, he started to think scientifically, and he also wanted to spend that is move inward. Okay, so this is what the time the absurd drama was produced. Okay, that is why all the plays were concentrating on the human emotion. Okay, they didn't have the a kind of exuberant portrayal of the setting or something. They presented the people very simply, the ordinary people, the person whom they can see in their everyday life. Okay, and then they portrayed the emotion in the play. And they found, that is absurd drama found, the dramatists found that life they started, that is people started to think that life is becoming meaningless. Okay, they do not trust anything, so they started to move inside. That is why, okay, in the drama, I think you people know the difference between the existentialist form of writing and absurd drama. Okay, you need to, yes, you want to ask me something? Okay. So first you need to understand what is the how the absurd drama was portrayed. Okay, existentialist conveyed the message of meaningless of life in the neatly written form with the plot, everything. Okay, well constructed plot. But absurd drama presented what the essence of life. Okay, as it is. They actually believed that the content and form should, the oneness of content and the form. Okay, what they want to convey. Okay, they presented the form also like that. That's why we think that it is plotless or meaningless, or the same action is again and again repeating. If you analyze your life, that is what we are also doing. Okay, every day we wake up. Okay, like what is recently conveyed in a movie. Okay, our life is also a kind of routine. Okay, so I also had such a perception. Okay, and I finished my MPhil thesis, okay, with the hopeless destiny of human race. But suddenly when I was completing my research, I found out, see, everyone is undergoing suffering. Okay, everyone suffers, but none of the characters has committed the suicide. Especially, see, Winnie is provided with a pistol. But why didn't, see, if she thinks that the life is so burdening on her, why didn't she shoot at her? Okay, well, why didn't he shoot herself and also her husband? Okay, thereby she would have ended her life. So I got a different perception towards looking at the absurd drama. I tell you what is that. Okay, I move on to the next slide. So this is what the famous approaches, that is the popular approaches that are taken by the researchers mostly. Okay, that I think you people also told me. Yeah. So I would like to play you a video. Okay, and After I play, you just tell me what you can understand and what if you are made to analyze this video, what approach will you take? Okay, shall I play the video? Can you hear me? Am I audible?
Yes, sir. Yes.
Okay. Okay. Can anyone tell me if you are made to analyze this video by using some theory?
Survival of the fittest, sir. I'm reminded of.
Okay, survival of the fittest. Okay, Charles Darwin theory. Okay, survival of the fittest. Then
And the hunted versus the hunter.
hunter versus the hunter. Okay, predator and the prey. Okay, and then
Without giving up till the end, we have to go with whatever the crisis we have.
okay.
The,
So okay, then
Struggle for
struggle
existence.
for existence. Okay. So that is what exactly what Anand Vijayan and Analakshmi ma'am said. This is what exactly came to my mind, that none of the characters have committed the suicide. Okay, none of the characters have committed the suicide. So they have the quench. Okay, they have the thirst to live. Okay, they want to see, they are doing something. For example, see, yesterday I just tell you the gist. See, these characters, they do something, okay, and they make sure that they live. And here also, these four characters, till the end of the play, they live. Okay, all the four characters live, and Ham alone will go out, and there will be a window, and he see that something is there any change in the is there any change outside? Okay, and here when you come to the crash last tape, see, even though he is left with nothing other than the tape recorder which has recorded his past life, he is listening to that and he makes himself alive. Okay, and again coming to the happy days, they are left with nothing. You just imagine that if you are half buried, will you have the tendency to live? Okay, but these characters, okay, I called them, I wish to call them as the warriors against the time. That is what the perception, the new perception I got. Okay, what is the new perception I got? Despite being entangled in the hardest web of time, okay, they haven't accepted their defeat or the sign of withdrawal. This is what I understood. Okay, and I want to appreciate their never dying attitude, and I would call them as a warriors against the time. Shall we or no? Shall we call them as a warriors against the time?
Yes, sir.
Yeah,
Because,
sure, sir.
yeah, because they are not giving up their fight. They are finding some means. Okay, and I was very much fascinated with the word hope. They still have the hope of survival. Okay, you may tell that in the video what I have shown you. Okay, I'm not interested in analyzing that one is a predator, another one is the food, or another one is a dominated, that is a powerful animal, and another one is a meek one. I don't want to compare the energy or any other thing with those animals, but I just wanted to focus on the hope that was existing or persistent in those animals. Okay, cheetah believes that it will catch the deer, and deer believes that it will escape from the cheetah. And this is what the point that is portrayed in the absurd drama, I believe. Okay, one day they wish that their life will change, and I was so very fascinated by the hope, and I wanted to do something in hope in my PhD. and waited till that is since 2008, and I started my research in 2015. Okay, and I once my guide asked me what you want to research on. I said hope. Okay, what is the play, or whether it's a play or novel. But I do not know what is hope actually. I kept searching, but I would tell you, okay, positive psychology entered into my life later. Okay, like I was going through several write-ups on hope and other things, but I came to understand that hope is a part of a positive psychology. Okay, so this is what if I am going to trace the evolution of positive psychology, okay, how the positive psychology has evolved. See, during the first half of the 20th century, the psychologists were very much worried about, because as we were discussing before, they were the victims of the First World War and Second World War, and so they were suffering from depression, anxiety, okay, all kind of mental trauma. Okay, so what they did, Sigmund Freud or Jung, they concentrated on treating their mental illness, and they wanted to get them out of their depression. Okay, and after that, behaviorism came. Behaviorism, what they believe. See, there are a set of behaviors that can be framed, and if you are exposed to such a pattern, and if you follow that, okay, your life will become better. Okay, that is what they believe. And then came the humanistic approach. They believe that, see, human is derived is driven by a motive. He's having his own drives. Okay, and Abraham Maslow's need hierarchy chart. Okay, it's very famous. Okay, he has got a need. Okay, so man goes to work out. He does whatever he want to do. Okay, just to satisfy his needs. That is what Abraham Maslow says. And then came the positive psychologist, namely Martin Seligman, okay, Mikhail Csikszentmihalyi, okay, and Christopher Peterson. Okay, these are all the greatest exponent in positive psychology. They believe, they found that, see, okay, I just ask you, when someone goes to a psychologist, what will you think of the person? What will you think of the person? What will be
the common idea that people have today is when somebody goes for counseling, or whenever they just go and meet, they think that they have some problem with is
exactly. This is what happened in the first part of the 20th century, and they started to believe that psychologists are pathologists. I have written here, pathologists, and also they are okay. 1 minute, let me show you the slide. See, they are called as victimologist or pathologist. Okay, they lost their title as a psychologist, because visiting psychology was considered to be a negative thing. Because once a person visits a psychologist, they think that he is having some mental problem, so he is visiting the psychologist. That is what the perception that was existing in the first part of the 20th century. And the people who wanted to change, okay, it has started right from the behaviorism. Okay, they don't they no longer wanted to see them as a pathologist or else a victimologist. Okay, they want to call themselves as a psychologist. Okay, so what is the paradigm shift that has happened? Okay, they believe that inducing positive thought in the human mind can bring in lot of change in here. And also, you can induce self-esteem or patience or persistence or perceive, anything can be induced. And also, we need to, they felt like they need to create awareness among the people, okay, so that they think about the positive thing. Okay, instead of hopping on the negative things or they're lost, they can think about what they can do, what is their strength. Okay, they can focus on their strength, then lamenting on what is lost or what is their weakness. Okay, and then they wanted to change the scenario that when a person visit a psychologist, Okay, they can also do for the career guidance, and also it can be for a positive counseling. Okay, later these terms have been introduced. Okay, in the first part of the 20th century, it was not there. And they wanted to turn visiting psychologists as a positive one. This is what they wanted to witness, and they tried their best to do that. Okay, and the first person who has introduced the positive psychology, he is the person who named the term. Okay, his name is Martin Seligman. Okay, Martin Seligman. Actually, his development of idea. Okay, actually, he started with towards the end. I have written. You can see. Learned helplessness to the theory of hope. See, he also conducted a few experiments, and he believed that man is naturally negative. Okay, I can show you the experiment. See, this is what his first book. He wrote his book in the year 1975. The book named Learned Helplessness. See, he did the experiment with the dog. Okay, so he put the dog in one part of the box. Okay, where he has got a iron rod under it. So he is showing some kind of food in the opposite side. Okay, so whenever the dog tries to jump or get up, the shock is applied. The shock is applied. And what will be the natural tendency of the dog? It started to think that, okay, whenever I am getting up, okay, because it needs some more attempts to, some more energy to climb up, or to go across the box, but it was not allowed to do that. Okay, so mentally it was not prepared to jump to the other side. So what happened? It restricted itself. It started to think that, so when the shock is applied, when I get up, so I am not going to get up. Okay, so this is what the reaction of the, see, you can see the second picture after the shock is applied. Okay, see the reaction of the dog. It has become worried. It has become frightened of the shock that is applied, and it wants to withdraw from the shock. Okay, so what he decided, that is the man who has propagated positive psychology. Okay, he started propagating in the year 1991, but in 1975, this is what his understanding, that he started to believe that, see, all the human beings, okay, when they encounter failure, okay, they stop trying, or they lose confidence. Okay, and they go to the stage of passiveness. They will become inactive. This is what he believed. Martin Seligman believed, and he wrote a book on it. Learned helplessness. He has learned how to be passive, how to be inactive. That is what his perception in the year 1975. So what has changed his mind is really a wonderful thing. Okay, what has changed his mind? One day, he has got a daughter. Okay, and when he okay, this was the time when she was 8 years old, and he is a kind of father. He is a psychologist. No, even we teachers. Okay, in our house you can see. In our home, we read a lot, or we do paper correction. We set question paper. We read so many things. We need to write papers, publish papers, present papers. We'll be taxed with so many things. So when at times, I'm not telling every day, at times when a child comes to you to play, your children come to you to play. Okay, we yell at them. Okay, we tell, see, I'm busy, I don't want to spare time with you. And this was happened with Martin Seligman also. He said, see, my daughter, I'm not I don't have time, and I'm not ready to play with you, or I'm not ready to spare time to you. And she says, father, do you remember when I was 3 years old? When I was 3 years old, I was so adamant, and I was so buzzing. That is, I was keep lamenting. I was crying, and you told me, don't do like that. That is a negative thing. And now, in the age of 8, I have changed. Okay, you need to note that point. the age of 3, he has said that that is not good. Crying or asking, keep on asking for or pestering for something is not good. So in the age of 8, I stopped doing that. But in the age of 3, you said the same, and in my 8th year also you are doing the same. Why you are not changed? So it was an eye-opening moment for Martin Seligman, and he believed that man is not actually negative. Okay, only thing is we need to tell him what is right, what is wrong. Okay, and you need to tell, you need to focus on this, work on this. This is your strength. Okay, and it is one incident that has given him a spark of positive psychology. Okay, the second incident. In the second incident, when he was discussing with his friend regarding, because he has got some spark in the mind, and he discussed with his friend, see, I did lot of experiment, but all the time this dog, no, it is not getting to the other box. Okay, he asked, his friend asked him, how many times you repeated? He said several times I did. Fine. Did you check what the dog is doing after you leave? So he has got okay, he has got curious, because he hasn't witnessed. See, he was doing some experiment for some time, and he leaves the place. So he suddenly got something in the mind, and he goes to the lab, and again he does that. Okay, he applies the shock. Again, the dog is keeping or making itself inactive or passive, and he's silently watching the dog for some time. And after some time, when the shock is not there, what it does, it started getting up and started to see the food. So it is not that once if you sit or once if you fail, that is not the failure of your entire life, but not trying. See, this dog kept on trying, but he hasn't seen the times when it was trying actually. Okay, whenever he came, he applied the shock, and he found that the dog is taking rest. Okay, so he repeated the experiment, and he found that dog started getting up after some time. So he changed his mind. He has changed his mind, and he started publishing so many books on positive psychology. So these are all he has changed his title from learned helplessness to learned optimism. Okay, actually, man hasn't learned to be helpless, but he has learned to be optimistic. Okay, he is innately positive. Have you ever witnessed a child learning to walk? It will fall several times. Okay, it will fall several times, but it will keep on walking. Okay, when it speaks, okay, it keeps repeating. What happens when we get matured? Because of the peer pressure and other things, we restrict ourselves from trying. Okay, in the name of maturity, we start experimenting more. Okay, that is what the problem with the matured man. But you just watch the behavior of the children. Whatever you scold, they keep trying. They keep trying. If you say you don't climb, okay, if you say don't climb, okay, after you go, they will start climbing, because they want to experience and learn by themselves. Okay, that is what the actual attitude of the man, because man is a product of nature, and in nature has got the renewal power. Okay, a tree sheds its leaf and it grows its own. Okay, nature has got its renewal power. It renews itself. Okay, man is also the product of a nature. And he started writing, and he started analyzing what is the happiness, what the man is hunting for. Okay, he is hunting for happiness, and he is not happy with that alone. Okay, he is going beyond. He says that it is happiness is self. Okay, it is self centered. Okay, but is he stopping with that? No, he wants to become more than happy. Okay, that is then he published the work Flourish. where he says well-being. Well-being is different from happiness. I think you can understand. What is happiness? Okay, if you want money, you get the money. That is happiness. If you want food, you get the food. So happiness is momentary, but well-being is permanent. Sorry, permanent. Okay, happiness is temporary. Okay, it's momentary, but well-being is for your entire life. Okay, so what are the components of well-being? He found a model called PERMA model. He says positive emotion. See, when a person is down, okay, we do that. See, when you are tired, dead tired, okay, what we do? We take some coffee or tea, or we watch. Nowadays, it is becoming handy, right? We see some YouTube channels, okay, whichever is favorite to you. And then what is engagement? We engage ourselves in some activity. Yes, positive relationship. Okay, you take your family outside for a dinner. Okay, you feel refreshed. And then meaning, we try to find meaning for our existence. See, earning money is not end of all. That is what happened in the year 1918 after the First World War. Okay, they started to find meaning for themselves, and that is what Abraham Maslow tells in the need hierarchy also. Okay, so when one need is satisfied, okay, so man is climbing towards a self-actualization and then accomplishment. Okay, once we accomplish one, our end will progress. Okay, so this is what the theory that is found by Martin Seligman, that is PERMA model. That is the theory of well-being, positive emotion, okay, engagement, positive relationship, trying to add meaning, trying to help at least one person in our life, accomplishment. See, winning is different, accomplishment is different. Okay, you need to feel, yes, I have done it. See, when I completed my thesis, I felt like accomplished because I started with a simple idea, hope, but I understood so many things. Okay, and really this corona break, I used it productively. It's a way how we take things. Okay, I read a lot of books in this corona holidays. Okay, then you feel, see, when you achieve something which is not ordinary, then only you will feel accomplished. Winning is different. Okay, just passing something is different, but accomplishment is when you are happy with your achievement. That is what needed in the life. Okay, so this is what he found out. Okay, to illustrate this, I have a small video. I think there are people from different languages, but I have a video from my mother tongue, okay, Tamil, so others can understand, okay, understand what is happening happening in the video. And mostly it is only music, so there won't be any problem. In the middle there will be some dialogues, but you need not worry. Okay, it is understandable by watching. Okay, so this is an example for positive emotion. When you are down, okay, what we do? Okay, even when we look at something positive, we get energized and we are refreshed and renewed in our mind. Okay, let me play my video. I'm audible, right? I'm just checking myself. I'm audible.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay. Thank you.
மாதிரி குச்சுக்குறா தவிர்த்துருந்தா போட்டோம் அப்படியா தூரத்துறா நல்லா பாத்துங்கடா அண்ணாத்த கரெக்டா போட்டுக்கிறேன் இப்ப அண்ணாத்த அடிக்க போறேன் பாருங்க அப்படியாப்பா சரி பாப்பா சரிங்கப்பா இவ்வளவு வயரம் இருந்துகிட்டு நீ அடிச்சிடுவியா உன் லெவலுக்கு ஆசைப்படுற அடிச்சு பாடுறா வா
Okay, those who are not familiar with the movie, I need to tell you the situation, right? Otherwise, you cannot understand. Okay, so he is the hero of the movie, and he wanted to become a music director. So he gets a chance to create a music of a film, but then the director, sorry, the producer meets with an accident, and his music, and that is finally the recording is cancelled. Okay, and the chances also goes out of his hand, and he is very much dejected, and he is sitting there. Okay, so he is in the utmost depression. You can see now.
ஏய் கூப்பிடுறாங்க போ போ ஏய் கூப்பிடுறாங்க வாங்கடா ஏய் கூப்பிடுறாங்க வேண்டாம் வாங்கடா ஏய் எல்லாரும் வாங்கடா
So, how many of you felt energized by just looking at this video? Okay, even though you don't know the language of the video, how many of just put the rising hand? Yes. So this is what the positive emotion is. See, life has got so many situations to put us down, but it is our duty to put ourselves or keep ourselves positive. Okay, so many things can happen. So just focus on your positive things, what you have, what you can do. Okay, so this is what the positive emotion. And I think I'm running out of time, so I just move on to my next two psychologists, and then I move to the second part, which is very small. Okay, that is application of positive psychology in the literature. Okay, so this my second psychologist is Charles Snyder. Okay, so I'm not going to tell you about his biographical note and all. You can get in the net. So what is his uniqueness about the study? Actually, he wanted to study the excuses. You can unraise your hand, no problem. I understood that many have got energized, and thank you for your response. Wonderful participants. Thank you. Okay, so he wanted to study on excuses. See, because we give excuse, no, when we come to class late, or when we are not doing something at home, we give excuse to parents, teachers, our guide even. Okay, we promise them that we will complete this particular, we will publish this paper this particular time, but then we don't do that. Okay, we give lot of excuses. So he wanted to study on excuses. Okay, and he has got his own research scholar, and he was speaking with them. Okay,
So your voice is not audible.
I think there is a technical issue. Kindly wait, dear participants.
Am I audible now? Am I audible now?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir, you are
Yes,
audible.
sir.
Am I audible now?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
You're audible.
Yes, sir.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Sorry for the interruption. Okay. Okay. So he started. He wanted to study on excuse, and his research scholar said, "Yes, sir. We also we often give excuse, but then whenever we give excuse, we also felt like we need to complete the task as soon as possible." You are hearing me, right?
Screen is not
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you, thank you. Okay, he got surprised with that remark, and he wanted to find out what is that spark. Okay, the positive spark that is coming out when we give excuse, and finally he found that when he discussed with so many person, they say like every day we get up with a hope. Okay, we get up with a goal. Okay, and we try everything, okay, to do that. Okay, so even if you are not going to accomplish that, what we do, okay, we tried some other means, and we do that, and he came out with a beautiful wonderful theory called hope theory model. Okay, so from this diagram you can understand. So we set the goal, we think of the positive,
Sir, your
we think
screen
of
is
the
not visible.
Sir, are you sharing the screen, sir?
yes,
Sir,
yes,
it's
yes.
not
Screen is not
visible.
visible, sir.
Yes, sir. Screen is not visible.
Sorry. Can you see my screen now?
Yes, sir. It's visible now.
Yes, sir.
So you can see here, you can see from the picture, you set a goal. Okay, you think of the pathways. What are the things that you should do to achieve that? So whatever is needed for that, you just for example, if you want to achieve something, so this is called as willpower, your courage, whatever internally you should have. Okay, motivation, or else if you want to take up some course, you do that. Okay, that is what agency thinking. So this is the right. For example, if you want to pursue PhD, okay, degree, what you do, you go, you find out a guide, and then so that is what the pathway. Okay, finding out the guide, finding out the university, and trying the process of registering. And what are the agency thinking? Okay, you need to find out your author, your theme, Okay, and then what are the things that is needed for it, what you need to read, everything. Okay, the resources that are needed that are needed to achieve something. So that is what agency thinking. You need to think about the agency, and you need to keep yourself motivated, because I'm telling you, research duration is a duration which tests your patience, test your confidence to the most. Okay, this is a challenging experience, because at times we feel that we are not doing anything. Okay, we get scolding from our guide, but don't worry, you keep up your spirit. Okay, you keep up the spirit, and you just do what is needed. Okay, never worry about what has happened already. Okay, just think that you have started anew and proceed. Okay, and this is what that you can do. Okay, so that is what agency thinking. You need to keep motivating yourself often. Okay, you need to get positive emotion. Okay, and what are the things that give you happiness. Okay, you should do that and energize yourself, so finally you achieve the goal. Otherwise, if you are not achieving the goal, again you go to the pathway thinking, and okay, it goes around. So this is what the model given by him. And next one, Patrick Shade. He's a living author actually. And during my research, I emailed him, and he also responded as a very nice person. Okay, so I got some doubt regarding his theory, and he explained that. See, he's a person who has divided. I think if you have any idea of doing or knowing about the positive psychology, you can take this slide, a snapshot. Okay, he divides process of achieving a goal into three levels. What are the three stages? Particular goal, how should you conceive the goal? And then habits of hope, what are the things that you should develop in you? And then what hopefulness. Okay, I tell you what is. See, when you are fixing up your goal, you should be futuristic, because I told you already, if you want to feel accomplishment, you should okay, it has to be futuristic. Okay, futuristic goal. Okay, and goodness, there should be some goodness, then only you can feel glad about it. Arduousness is something difficult. Okay, then only you can feel accomplished once it has happened. And possible, you should fix a goal which is feasible. That is more important. You cannot fix a goal which is not possible. And habits of hope, what are the things that you should cultivate in you? Perseverance, you should go in the proper direction, and adjustment. At times when you fail, okay, you should adjust your we saw already agency thinking. Whatever is needed, okay, you need to get that, and you adjust according to the situation. And hopefulness, how you need to make yourself, you should be committed and consistent, resourceful, and also courage. You should have the courage. You should think that you will complete the task, and you should be resourceful. Resourceful in the sense, if something is needed, some course you need to take up to accomplish the task, okay, you should do that. You should be resourceful, whatever is needed for something. Okay, actually, for understanding that circuit theory that is hope theory, I read 4 books of Martin Seligman, okay, to understand how the concept is developed. Okay, I learned helplessness, I learned optimism. Okay, and then I read this one, that is happiness. Okay, and then the fourth one, well-being or flourish. And then the last book is hope circuit. Okay, so to understand that, we need to understand that continue. So that is what resource you need to collect resource which are needed to accomplish any task. Okay, without resource you cannot do anything. Okay, and then courage. So these are the things. See, I'm telling you, when I analyzed the characters in a novel, these are the elements that I focused in the novel, and I analyzed about their success and failure. Okay, some character, see, we speak about tragic flaw, right, in Shakespearean plays. Okay, that can be lack of one among these. Okay, even you can take up Shakespeare's plays and study this one, positive psychology in the character of Hamlet or whatever it is. You can do that as a research, because I'm telling you, positive psychology is untapped research area. Okay, when I was looking for material, I rarely got. Okay, one or two only I got. Okay, it was, but I enjoyed the process, but it is a very hard. Now, at least you know that I have done one on this, and you can always contact me. But then I didn't have any person to contact. That's why I contacted Arthur itself. Okay, I mailed him and he also responded. So this is one area, okay, where you can work afresh. Okay, this is a fresh area which is untapped by many. Okay, so these are the elements that you need to focus on. Any character will have a goal, any character will have some kind of motive. Okay, that motive you need to analyze with these elements. That's it. Okay, that will give you the clear picture why okay, someone will fix a goal and will not work. Someone will fix a goal but it won't be possible. Someone will fix the goal but it won't be futuristic. Someone will fix the goal but they won't perceive. Okay, they won't be persistent. Okay, they won't be committed. Okay, they will not have the courage to endure the pain that will cause the reason for their downfall. Okay, that is how you need to analyze any character. And what is the merit of the theory? I have put creates an awareness on the components of the hope. So what are the components are there? Okay, till I read this particular book, okay, I was left in a soup, like I was clueless. What am I going to find? I know that these things are hope, but how am I going to categorize that? How am I going to study the character? Okay, this is what the thing that has become handy. Okay, I studied each character about their goal, futuristic, whether it is futuristic, whether it's good, whether it's orders. Okay, every component will give you, okay, kind of valuable points for your research. Okay, so here's the last. So how you can appreciate the literature? Okay, how you can apply the positive psychology to literature? So you can focus on the narrative technique, how the characters are produced, how the plot is made to achieve, okay, how the plot is made to convey the idea. Okay, and then what is the conflict presented? What are the settings that are used? What is the style that is adopted by the writer? Okay, so my suggestion is, and my observation is, okay, once you start that is elevating from the failure till you reach success, even if you are in midway, you are in the process of reaching success, don't ever think that, okay, you are not able to achieve that. Still you are on, okay, on the process. That's what he is doing. Okay, he is going to reach the success. He hasn't achieved the success. Okay, but he is going, he's in the middle, and you all you need to have is the perseverance, courage, and willpower. Okay, so why I that is I want the what can be the takeaway of this particular thing. So believe that, okay, a human is innately positive. Okay, we are all positive. Okay, don't develop negative attitude in your mind. Okay, and also literary text can also be analyzed and appreciated, okay, with positive psychological approach. And any failure in our attempt is just a feedback of our action. It is not an end. And there are so many I took hope, and there are few more topics like persistence, resilience, self-esteem, and perseverance. So many theories are available. So please take up those things for your your research, and create a positive research okay, in our database. Okay, when you even when you are studying or appreciating a person who is suffering the most in his life, okay, or in her life, think that, okay, you just analyze that, what is keeping her persistent. Okay, what is, how she is how she is putting herself, what are the survival strategy that she is adopting. Okay, don't call her as a sufferers. Okay, as I denoted, as I named the characters of absurd drama as a warriors against time. Each person, every person in this world who is suffering, okay, and still trying, okay, are the warriors against the time. Okay, or really the warriors, and they still since till they have their confidence, okay, and courage, you don't label them as a failure. Okay, so what is the last appeal that I want to make to the participants? So we are full of negativity. Okay, now the contagious, the pandemic is there. So I take the line from Michael Jackson's song, "Heal the World, make it better place for you and for me and the entire human race." Try to create a positive research by reading your research. Other person should get. So see, when we saw that small clip, no way we are connected, but we felt energized. Okay, so try to spread positivity. Okay, and try to create volumes of positive research. Thank you. So I'm ready for your question session. So if you have any question, you can ask me.
Sir?
Thank you, dear sir, for your enlightening speech. The two golden words that you have given for us, hope and positivity, are actually the key factors that will lead our life smoothly. And your words have given us a complete overview of research, literature, psychology, and the optimistic view to life. Thank you so much. Hope the participants must have benefited a lot from your thought-provoking speech. Now, moving on to the question and answer session. The participants, either you can unmute and ask the resource person, or you can post the questions in the chat box.
Sir?
Yes, Anand sir.
Sir, you have missed to tell that in which author you have done your research. Maybe no, sir.
Actually, I don't want to. I did on Gita Hariharan. I don't wanted to be concentrating more on my research. That's why I didn't tell the author. I did on Gita Hariharan. I wanted Gita Hariharan.
Sir, I have a question for you, sir.
Yes, ma'am.
So, this PERMA model for well-being is an absolutely foolproof system to make us very positive. But, sir, after all, we are human beings, sir, and sometimes we may face so many trials and tribulations and failures, sir, when nothing works, sir. So, I will not say what you follow, sir, because personal perspective and studies may be completely different. So I'm just asking from a research point of view, or humanism, or whatever it is, when everything fails, sir, so what is the thing that you should follow so that you can continue to remain positive in your life? Thank you, sir.
Very good question. So I appreciate that you asked a very good question. See, in life, we encounter a lot of challenges. Okay, life without challenge is nothing. Okay, every day we encounter challenge. Every day we encounter failure. Okay, so failure is just a feedback. Okay, something you would not have done it properly. Okay, something you would have missed. So go back, ponder over it, just think about it. Okay, what are the things that went wrong, or do I need to improve anything? Okay, and I'm telling you, in life, when a challenge comes, there are two ways. One is to face and is to withdraw. Unless we withdraw, okay, when we are in the process of, see, in my novel, okay, Gita Hariharan, there is a person called Devi who is subjected to lot of failures. Okay, throughout the novel she undergoes sufferings. Okay, even Vasu Master, or if you take Fugitive Histories, all the novels, characters undergo lot of difficulties. But are you going to label them as a sufferers, or are you going, see, you are not, my observation is, if you are not committing suicide, if you are not ending your life, that means you are surviving, you are trying some means to survive, and that itself a positive. Don't lament on what you don't have, just count your blessings. See, we witnessed 3 waves of corona, but still we exist. Many lost their job, many lost their livelihood. What made us to withstand? What is making us to see? Many have lost their job. They found the alternative. They found the alternate job, and they are some have got flourished in the job. Okay, we haven't like the suicidal rate of suicidal rate in this pandemic is very, very less. We didn't lose hope. We waited. That's what I'm telling you. Waiting is not a defeat. Waiting is a sign of positive. As the dog was waiting for the effect of shock to go entirely. Okay, we are waiting for our good time to start. I won't call good time. We need to analyze. We need to analyze what are the things that have went wrong. Okay, so what are the things we need to change? What are the things we need to accomplish? Okay, to win our life, to achieve our goal. See, sufferings are the feedbacks, are the result of some action. I don't know whether I have answered
So
your
there are two
question.
more questions.
Yeah, sir. Thank
Hello.
you. Thank you so much, sir.
Hello.
Thank you. Thank you.
Hello.
Yes.
So there are
Sir,
two more questions in the chat
very
box.
good
Can I read?
Yes, ma'am.
very good
Please read.
afternoon. Sorry, ma'am. Extremely sorry.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Uh,
Continue.
can I ask one simple question, sir?
Saravanan. Yes, sir. Saravanan, sir. Ask me,
Yes.
sir.
Yeah. Actually, last I suffering for in my research oriented information, sir. That information I suffering for a lot of time down up, sir. But now I am stability for in my research. But how can I complete my conclusion oriented information, sir? It's based upon my research only, sir. Myself no. Generally I need someone information I want, sir. How to the research scholar or the assistant professor and them how to motivate it in our sides for supervisor oriented, sir. It's my simple question.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you for your question. See, with regard to research scholars, okay, since I was also a research scholar for some time, we are posed with so many challenges because when I went to submit my thesis, okay, you people would have been aware of that publication is forming a mandatory part of the submission of thesis, okay, which was there and the scopus was removed, okay, and my title was not there on the like in the web, that is in the net. So he said, I'm not going to admit, that is take your that is thesis. It happened in the month of April, first week, okay, and I found out another journal, and it was published in the month of May. And when I went there, okay, a person was dead, was demised, and it was announced as a leave for 2 more days. When I went on Monday, okay, it was a lockdown. From then, the lockdown starts. Okay, when May month. I completed my thesis in the month of April. Okay, I'm carrying the final submit, that is the copy which has to be submitted. So again, I don't know when I'm going to submit my thesis. And when I'm going to submit my thesis, whether the publication which I have done now, okay, will it be there in the online source? I'm not sure. And you don't believe, okay, even knowing that the university is on leave, I visited the place, okay, minimum 50 to 100 times I have visited. It's all in the perseverance. It's all in the perseverance. Okay, what courage you have, what okay, the power you should cultivate by yourself. Okay, if you are going to sit and wait for someone to give you courage or perseverance, you cannot get anywhere. And I finally submitted in the month of July. 4 months I was waiting. Okay, so I can tell you waiting is not a defeat. And finally I submitted and I got the degree. Okay, so waiting is not a defeat. It's not a defeat. And during my introduction, okay, I don't know whether I can share, since it's very much relevant. I think I can share. When a person introduced me, she said I cleared my net in the year 2005. Okay, and I'm waiting for the government post till now. It has been 14 years of wait. I understood that PhD is something which is pulling me down. That is what resourcefulness. Okay, you need to find out where you are losing your goal. Okay, which is making you to, which is pulling you down. Okay, you need to make yourself qualified for that place. Okay, instead of lamenting that I'm not getting, be positive in your thought. Be positive in your thought. Okay, so whatever you like, do that. Okay, get the positive emotion, engage yourself in some activity. Okay, so thereby you can develop the positive thought and read and listen to a lot of positive motivational videos. Okay, you have n number of videos in the TED Talks. In the name of TED Talks, you have in the YouTube. Listen to that. So many are sharing their failures, how the failure they have turned that into a success. Okay, you cannot find a person, successful person without a failure. There is none in the world. Okay, they would have crossed so many failures to achieve success. All we need is the perseverance, courage, and also the resourcefulness. That is the key. That is the key. You should enhance your resource. Have I answered you, Saravanan?
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you very much, sir. I understand.
Yeah, thank you.
Friends, any other questions? Sir, there were two more questions which were asked in the chat box. Can I read them for you?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Please, ma'am.
Sir.
Yes, ma'am. Please.
Yes, sir. 1 minute. Sir, Ms. Vinu Vincent has asked this question. The scope of cultural studies in research on positive psychology and literature is. So she's asked, what is the scope of cultural studies in research on positive psychology and literature?
If you are going to study the cultural, whatever you take, if you are going to focus on the positive aspect of the characters, okay, by using the components that was given by Patrick Shade, okay, in that way you can do. Patrick Shade, see, you are going to do the cultural studies, fine, okay, but you can include the elements of positive psychology there also. Okay, while studying the characters, try to bring out what kind of perseverance the character was having, what kind of courage, what is the source of courage, okay, how the character has gone through the hard phase of their life, okay, with what energy, with which companion, okay, with what support the character was able to sustain. Study that. By that you can combine positive psychology and also cultural studies. You can combine ELT with positive psychology. See, positive psychology is just a concept, okay, that can be combined with anything. Have I answered, ma'am? Vinu Vincent, ma'am? Vinu Vincent, ma'am, are you here? Okay.
Yes, sir. The next question is, this is from Ms. Saranya Sridhar. What are your views on being content in midst of chaos and the idea of negative capability?
Content.
Yes. What are your views on being content in midst of chaos and the idea of negative capability?
See, being contented is, as Maslow says, okay, if you are going to be content in the chaotic situation, I think that is good actually, because in the chaotic situation, if you are going to try your best, okay, fine, anyway you will be focused, okay, there is no doubt about it. So you need not if you are going to be content and if you are going to be passive for some time till the chaos is going to get over, okay, I think that is fine. That is what Mihail called as flow. Okay, when we are in distress, See, some will have the habit of when they are in distress, they will start eating. Okay, they eat lot of snack. Okay, some drink water. Okay, some sleep. Some go to movie because they want to get out of that kind of traumatic situation, and that is what Mihail calls as flow. Okay, this it is also the part of positive psychology. There is a concept called flow, FLOW. Okay, where you forget yourself entirely, and even playing music. Okay, at times we listen to music, right? And we do not know how much time is passed. Okay, so that is the state of flow. Okay, so being content and being quiet when something is not going in your way. Okay, it's fine, very good. Okay, it is advisable, but you should not stop trying. Okay, you should be focused on your goal. That is more important. Have I answered, ma'am?
There's one more. There's one more question, sir.
Yes.
From Saumita Sarkar Rai. Is there a possibility to transform a positive psychology explanation into a counseling session?
That's what I told you. You can implement this in ELT also. Okay. Only thing is, in literature we are studying the characters. Okay, that is characters present in the text. Okay, in ELT you are going to study the characters, live characters whom you deal with. Okay, so you can you can very well do. Okay, you can take Patrick Shade theory. Okay, and you can apply that. Okay, whether you can study on the resourcefulness, perseverance, whether you are practical. Okay, if you are going to teach the person does not know any ABCD of the language, you cannot go and ask him to read the literature. Okay, first you need to start with ABCD. Okay, the basic alphabet of language. Okay, so you need to be very practical, futuristic, good, orderousness, everything is combined. So you can very well combine the positive psychology and also ELT. Okay, and you can also study which is paying you more. Okay, which is beneficial in the concept. Okay, or what is lagging among the students? Is it a courage or attitude? What is it a persistent start? Because when people join in spoken English class, they join with a gist. Okay, they will join interest. They with lot of interest they will join, but they will fail to be consistent in that. Okay, you can study all those things. Okay, for example, I don't know Hindi. If I'm going to start studying Hindi, I need to go from the basic. I need to be persistent. I cannot study for 10 days and I can stop. If I'm going to stop, then okay, there won't be any result. I cannot expect the expected result. So you can very well combine positive psychology with anything for that matter. Yes, ma'am, did I answer your question?
Yes,
So,
yes. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much. That was a very good explanation that in most of the spoken English classes, they pay much, they join for 6 months or 4 months, but after that, they forget everything because of lack of tenacity and persistence. Thank you so much, sir.
exactly. Thank you. Thank you.
Any other questions from the participants? Sir, can we move on to vote of thanks, sir?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. First, I would like to
Thank you so much.
thank the management, okay, for choosing me, and also the organizers and the head of the department and the entire department for giving me this wonderful opportunity to share my ideas on positive psychology. Okay, I'm very much glad, and I am very much accomplished. I feel that I have done my job. Okay, in spreading the idea of positive psychology. I think this will fall as a root in at least a few minds, and it will become a research. Thank you.
Thanks a lot, sir, for your valuable thoughts. Now, may I call upon Ms. Nadia from the Department of English to propose the vote of thanks.
Thank you, ma'am. Very good evening to one and all. An attitude of gratitude brings great things. It's my privilege to propose the vote of thanks on this occasion. I, on behalf of SRM Institute of Science and Technology and the entire fraternity of the institution, first of all, extend my most sincere thanks to Almighty. On my own behalf, I extend my gratitude to the chief guest who spared time from his busiest schedule to grace the occasion. Sir, your session on positive psychology in literature was insightful, sir. It gave us a lot of research ideas to apply the theories by psychologists in literature. The session captured all our attention, sir, with interesting videos and your power-packed lecture, sir. I hope, like me, other professors and research leaders would have got a lot of motivation to pursue their research in positive psychology, sir. And your lecture not only gave motivation to pursue research, but also to life, sir. Thank you so much, sir. And also, I take this opportunity to specially express my deep regards and gratitude to our HOD, Dr. V. Rama, for always encouraging us and providing opportunities to organize such events. I also extend my sincere thanks to our department faculty members and all volunteers for their unflinching support and coordination. I once again thank everyone whose contribution has made this event a successful one. Thank you all, and I request the participants to join for tomorrow's session with us. Thank you all. Have a good day.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, participants.
Thank you, ma'am. Shall I move, ma'am?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Thank you.